Hello and welcome to a very special episode of the Backdoor Cup podcast. We all knew this day would come. Antrim versus Fermanagh, round 2 of the league. Antrim coming in off of a victory over Clare last week, and Fermanagh obviously being downed by Kildare. So both of the lads' teams will be confident coming into this one. We're in Ederney in Fermanagh. It's my first time here. Small enough venue, nice venue, easy to get in and out of. Came down and went down to Skillen for the breakfast, and hopefully looking forward to seeing some high quality football on show. Both teams are just gone into the dressing room. Darragh, of course, is going to be playing. He's lined out at 9 on the programme, but we don't know if that's where he's going to end up. Obviously, he played inside last week, so he's probably likely to be there again. Owen, unfortunately, is still recovering from his hamstring surgery, so he's not going to play. But we're going to grab the boys after the game and hopefully get some good insights into if one of the lads is high as a kite after the victory and maybe one of them a little bit lower after defeat. Maybe we'll have a dead rubber and have a draw, we don't know, but excited to see some high quality football, excited to see the new rules in action. The first time for me to see them live, so it's going to be a great day and it's an exciting day for the podcast. We're 7 minutes in and Antrim are up by a couple of scores to none. Fermanagh are struggling to get into the game, really. They haven't touched the ball. Darragh's struggling to get into the game. Ulton Kelm is breaking through. He's stopped, and that's Fermanagh's first goal chance that they've had. Antrim have had 2 goal chances, 1.5 chance that they missed just about, got a 45 and got a score out of it. I've been impressed so far with Antrim's speed of transition, but also in attack. When Fermanagh do rush back, they've been patient in their build-up and waiting for the right option to take on the score, and it's paying dividends. That's why they're winning. Fermanagh don't seem to be pressing the ball when they turn over the ball, and they definitely have just been turning over the ball too easily so far. So we'll see what happens in the rest of the half, but so far all Antrim. We're all square. A goal for Ulton Kelm. Antrim haven't been able to live with him at all, to be honest. He's really powerful, just running through the middle and causing them real problems, and he's after getting a goal, get them back in the game. So all square, and we see what happens for the rest of the first half. So a couple of goals since we last spoke. It's 2-1 to 1-4. Fermanagh actually surprisingly haven't taken all of their chances, but they still have 2 goals, and Antrim are the same. So there are definitely more scoring opportunities with these new rules, and it's definitely more exciting, but I still think that the defending so far hasn't been amazing. But look, how bad, like, we've had 3 goals already, there's only 20 minutes gone, so hopefully a few more to come. 2-6 to 2-4 to Antrim. Ross Bogue is getting on a lot, or was getting on a lot for Fermanagh from the goals, and it seemed like only a matter of time before he was going to be caught on the hop. He actually was caught on the hop, not in attack though. He was taking a free and it was intercepted and knocked over him into the goal, so that was kind of a big momentum shift for Antrim as they drive another one wide. They have got a lot of wides in this first half though, so they will be a happier of the 2 teams going in at half time, but they won't necessarily be happy either. Joseph Finnegan's been really integral for them in attack. He's playing 6. Darragh has been playing 9, and his height's probably going against him, which is why he's being used in the air for all the kickouts, as the kickouts have been a lottery. Like, it's 50-50, everyone's just throwing their fists at them, as we have another one here. Ulton Kelm's been the standout for Fermanagh. That one's gone out over the end line. Oh no, Darragh's kept it in actually, and Fermanagh are breaking. So look, it's been an enjoyable first half to watch, and the new rules definitely have played into that. Potentially the reason that I've been highlighting the defending as not being up to standard, or there have been a lot of scoring opportunities, is because the pace and the amount of transitions in the game means that the players are just gassed, so they can't fill the space fast enough, which is what we want to see. So maybe I shouldn't be being overly critical of the defence, I should be praising the attack, and it's been high scoring, 4 goals already in the first half, so there's no complaints here from me. 2-13 to 2-10 second half so far. Fermanagh looked like a completely different team in the second half. Garvin Jones came out and kicked 4 points, 2 1-pointers and a 2-pointer in about 2.5 minutes, and Fermanagh are still on the attack. It's just been unrelenting for the whole second half. Antrim scored a couple of good scores in the second half, but they look like a new team as well in the opposite sense, really. Darragh's been doing all right in the midfield. He has missed a couple of chances, unfortunately, but he's winning ball from kickouts, opposition kickouts, and that's been invaluable for Fermanagh in that they've just been able to kick a score, get the ball back, go right back at them again. So it's been impressive second half display for Fermanagh, which they'll be happy about. But Antrim, like if they could have kept it going, what they did in that first half, then they will be saying that they should be still ahead. But 10 minutes left, we'll see what happens at the end of this one. 2-16 to 3-12, Fermanagh come away with a 1-point win. Really hard fought game though. Antrim almost pulled it back with a goal at the death, but there was only a matter of seconds left. So Fermanagh come away with the win. I'll be talking to a very happy Darragh Eoghan down pitch side in a second. Not too sure how happy Owen McCabe is going to be, but we'll see. But good day out here in Fermanagh and a good day out for Fermanagh as well. So now on to the podcast. Darragh, Owen, a special podcast. We have one man smiling, one man frowning. Darragh, first off, got the win.
Just about. We never make it easy, but it's sweet to eventually get up and running. Because last week was a shit show, to be honest. The way we played, even just watching the game back during the week, like a lot of the stuff we didn't do well was just completely in our control, and our attitude, our intent, nothing was there. Which is something that I felt we brought today massively, and even per response, like we could have easily folded there. So good to turn that around, and yeah, it feels nice. Have 2 points on the board eventually.
But I will say that first half performance wasn't in the plan, I'd say.
Definitely not. There was a small breeze, and it's definitely more difficult to kick up that way, to play up that way. Usually there's always a bit of a breeze going down the hill, but yeah, like I think it was the first 10 minutes was it? We were we were what, 5-6 down after? I think we were 6 down at one stage in the first 10-15.
And we
responded with a couple of goals. We gifted a goal as well from a quick free kick.
Yeah.
Used lob the keeper. So yeah, definitely wasn't in the fucking plan, but we'll take the win. Like.
You're frowning over here.
Yeah.
That was a good first half performance. And you lads, just second half you couldn't get the ball back off them.
Great first half, and then first 5-10 minutes of the second half was sort of thereabouts, and then we dropped off a bit midway through the second half, and then sort of came good again towards the end. Probably the most annoying thing is we still had our chances to win it at the end too. Like
that cool.
Serious save from the keeper at the end. A couple of blocks in there. A few shot selections probably weren't on, but. Yeah,
how many did you talk about it yet, or get the stats? How many wides did you have?
No, I haven't seen it at the moment.
I don't think it's going to be pretty.
We kicked
kicked a load of wides.
Stupid ones. We could have killed the game a few times. Shot selection was brutal again. Like last week, that's what let us down at times. And to get yourself out of Division 3, that shit just can't happen. Like it just can't happen against most teams.
But how many goal scoring opportunities were there? It was mental. Yeah. Like, you both scored, well, there was 5 goals scored, and there's a good few missed.
It was actually a carbon copy of a goal chance I had last week, and I tried the exact same thing, only I had the last week's on target and the keeper saved it. I just went for it again, I put more intent on hitting it harder this week, and it just went wide. I probably could have topped that over the bar as well, probably about 15-20 yards out, but
I think you were trailing at that stage, were you? Now you was up by 1 or 2.
That wasn't with the momentum.
You should have just kept that.
We got
kept over
6.
Garvin Jones was after scoring 27 points.
Jesus. He came out and got a 2-pointer and 2 1-pointers.
Yeah, within 2.5 minutes.
Yeah. We were up at half time, and then our lead was just cancelled out. You were up by 4 or something within.
Yeah, straight away. It's mad how quick it goes, isn't it? A lot of it's kickouts. Like
the first half, you struggled big time in the kickouts.
It's really enjoyable when you're squeezing a team and you're pressing. And
when you can't get it out though, it's fucking.
The crowd's on top of it, and you're just squeezing and punching every ball back. It's unreal. But when you're on the other end of that, like we were last week, it's a grim place to be. It's just so hard to get the ball out.
Yeah. Those kickouts were a lottery though. They were 50-50.
That's the way it is, and that's the way it's been in every game so far. It's like, yes, with Big Joe, he caught 2 or 3 today, just pulled us out of a hole. But even the break ball, we weren't even good on today at times.
First half, you were better in second half. The first half, you were.
But some lads are going up for those kickouts, and they have in their head that they're not even going to try and field it or catch it. They're just trying to break it straight away. Why is that? Why are they not going for the?
Because there's 2-3 men around them that someone's coming straight through the back of them to break it. So it's like it's all about who can get the first touch on it to try and control where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just getting smashed straight back down to into space or back down into your back line. So it's like, right, can we at least try and get it a tap onto the side, tap down in front? Because you're not gonna big men along the middle there. You've seen in any game so far this year, like you're you're not getting a chance to go and catch it really. Like
when you're defending a ball, like a kick out, you just want to smash it, because if the other team wins it clean, then you're in trouble. So it's easier to smash a ball. Like rarely they're going to catch it over you if you just try and smash it. But yeah, I suppose, as I said, we ended up getting a good few clean today at stages, and that was probably killing you. Like,
if we move on to talking about the defending, it looked like there were so many opportunities, partially because there was spaces being left open, but those spaces were being left open because people were just gassed with the amount of transitions in play. Was crazy.
Once my calves went there with 15 minutes to go, like literally 15, and you're just trying to get yourself through it and stretch them and jog about, get into things. Rooney O'Neill.
and voice going to Fermanagh here.
But where was it again? I with the cramping, like, it's just at times you end up getting your breather. To be fair, kickouts, like when you're out in the middle and you're getting back out, squeezing, you're not covering a massive amount of ground. I wouldn't say, it was massively different to before.
But these lads turned over so much ball from you in the first half, and it seemed you couldn't turn the ball over from them in the second half at all. And a lot of your play in the first half and the success that you had was breaking at pace.
That's what we were saying at half time. Like in any game, that is, especially with the rules now, putting the ball dead is the best outcome in attack, because you can squeeze it and you're gonna, like, if the ball's going long, whereas if you get turned over there, you drop the ball short like we were doing. We did it last week as well. It's impossible. Like
there was you can have 4, 5, 6 plays back to back. If that ball doesn't go dead, then it's just fucking takes it out of it. Like, so as you say, the ball. There was that one. Somebody got bend here, and we were waiting for the card to go, but the ball just wouldn't go dead. I think it went up and down about 5 times, and then.
Yes.
We got first half. Some of our turnovers were class, and like it wasn't even. It's just one-on-one defending. Some very, very good defending, and it wasn't as if your lads were running into contact or whatever. It was just like our boys were up the side, getting it happening, and turning over that way. Like, yeah. But then maybe just you learned then maybe in the second half you're like, right, we're gonna have to change something here. So yeah.
Did you talk about Ulton Kelm at half time, because he was the one in the first half for you that was breaking the line and creating stuff?
I should have had a goal. Nearly the first play, I came off the line, I came down the middle, and I was through. Only one of your defenders literally got his fingertips to it, and just
a couple of times that happened. We got caught out a few times on him coming to show and then making that cutback, the back cut. It was all about 4 or 5 times, but to be fair, a few of our lads, they kind of half went, but then there were Boiler got one, I think John Morgan got one, and just were able to get a hand on, like. But even John Morgan, like, he got hung out the dry for that for your goal. Like, he get left on that sideline on his own, where run up the line with 2-3 men coming on them. It's like he had to try and take them on, like, with no support, but. Outside that, he was brilliant.
It sounded like,
again, it wasn't even his fault that it was fucking.
It looked like Joseph Finnegan at 6'3" was playing a part in almost every play that led to a score for you in the first half.
He was very good, very direct, like coming on picked up a lot of breaking ball, broke lines, got the ball up the pitch, and he's always good to have it around the back as that pivot man too, like.
Did you talk at half time about Ross Bogue being out of nets? Because it did, from the sideline, only look like a matter of time before they were going to get a goal from him being out of nets, and it actually came not from him attacking, but from a free kick.
Well, that's didn't specifically talk about it, but like all your training all year has been when there's a free or a sideline, you're man to man. Unless if the keeper comes out and takes it, then you're man to man. But if the keeper's not taking it, then you still have +1 and everyone should be pressed. So. No, I wasn't specifically targeting him. It was just like, this is what, like, whenever there is a keeper up or whether there's a set play, like, you have to be, it's man on man, like, and then again leaves little room for error. Like, if the pass isn't on the money or it's not in the space, it's going to be cut out, and you can see the almost finish was class.
He had a few opportunities then with the lads. Michael, is it, in the goal?
Yeah.
Mick, like when he was he caught him on the hop, and it seemed like he just didn't take the shot on from distance.
It's not worth it. If, like, we were never in a position where you were in the first half where you got the goal where it was a simple lob. Like, we were 50 yards from goal, or someone was running down the left wing and they're right footed. Like, it's, if you start trying that and you miss, like, suddenly the momentum's going to flip. So decision making in those cases, we've probably learned that before. Like, we've maybe tried that kick or that kick long for goal before from 50, 60 yards, and we haven't executed it, and then it comes back to bite you. So I still don't think it's a massive risk. Like, if you can if you're switched on and when you get the ball turned over and every single man sprints back, rarely is the goal going to be on for the other team. Especially now that there's 3 up. The man, if you just drop a line, there's 3 up. There's 3 back there already. You just drop a line, you have a goalkeeper. So.
And there was only one free kick given today for a 3 up breach.
Yeah.
Even though your sideline had a go at you at one stage.
They were shouting at me for ages. And I was like, I could see 3 men there. I was like, but I was actually shouting back. I was like, what are you shouting? I hadn't a clue why they were shouting at me because there was 3 up.
Does that mean that the players are, even after 2 rounds, adapting to the new rules?
Yeah. You just learn from your mistakes. Like
the punishment's massive. Like we got the 50, although 50 metres from there is not to the 13. Like from the 45 to the 13.
That seems to be what they're doing now. Like it's just the 21 every time. Like they need to fix. But how do they calculate 50 metres in their head?
Just look at the lines in the pitch. Like that's what, the 45 maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But again, it's like the punishment is, if that is going to be the punishment, it is that severe that you have to learn the lesson quickly.
And it is, like you could see today, like boys are handing the ball back when the free is there. You're just like straight away you're nearly thinking, right, I've been punished by this before, and that hangs your team out to dry.
Jim and Desi last night were talking a lot about how the movement demands of the game have changed, even though a few weeks prior everybody was telling us, it was the same.
Says him. His calves are going.
But there clearly is a difference in terms of the intensity, because you're cramping there, and generally with cramping, like it can be to do with hydration, etc.
In every game that I've played around for the last 5 years, there's no change there.
So it's the tissue not tolerating the capacity, the intensity, whatever load is going through it.
To be fair, that's the first time I've played out in the middle.
I was going to say, I was like, he'll not stay in midfield. Like
I was one of the 3 up for 2 friendlies before and last weekend, but then you see Oltan is back, so we put him in and brought me out around the middle because we have been struggling. For
the kickouts, I would say more so than anything.
I was coming out kind of for kickouts anyway, but now I was just out for kickouts, the opposition and our kickouts, and I was basically playing midfield, even though I was supposed to be playing 11, but with the way the rules are now, if you're 11 and you're not one of the 3 up, you're just back anyway and you're just staying around that middle zone.
So if you're to stay out in that middle zone, what changes for you in the next few weeks in terms of individual work to try to tolerate that?
Not much, because my body's fucked. I can only do so much. I'll probably get back doing
game scenarios,
extra zone 2 work in the bike, to be honest, and just try and get a bit more aerobic development in. But I just need more games. It's always my calves, and I'm starting to think maybe it could be a hydration thing, simply because you'd be on the toilet that often before a game that you're just losing all your salts. It's starting because I never cramp in training, no matter how high the volume is.
Yes,
but it's a different stimulus.
It's the density, I think, because it always happens in championship as well. Yeah, the intensity plus a highly stressed state because it's a competitive fixture, whereas training isn't like so. And what about the next couple of weeks for you then? What's that look like?
Back to training on Tuesday, Thursday. Probably have some sort of in-house game on Saturday or whenever we go, Saturday or Sunday, and then we've off for them 2 weeks time. So. Yeah, just literally back to work here, get bodies recovered. Hopefully if boys have niggles or whatever, they can get them ironed out. Personally for myself, back in the full training now. Yeah. So hopefully it was touch and go there if I might have been sort of involved today at some point, but just...
And you're actually going to be against Mickey Hart in 2 weeks time, as opposed to you when you put your foot in a couple of weeks ago with Mickey Hart.
I'm Mickey Hart playing for Tyrone, or managing Tyrone.
But you're playing tip?
No, we're... Tips Division 4.
Division 4.
Man, Pete.
Clare,
sorry, I knew it was Munster team.
We're down in Clare away, so an away day fixture. We need to be honest, like, it hasn't been something that has, I can't remember the last time I went away and stayed over for a night and won a game, so that needs to change. It's a good opportunity to do it, and we've kind of got a bit of momentum now, so there'll be hopefully a good buzz going into the next 2 weeks.
So a couple of weeks off, a couple of weeks break from recording as well for the backdoor cut. What excites you then about the next couple of weeks? For you, obviously, it's got to be trying to get back.
Yeah, getting back in the training is like buzzing to get back in the last. I've been back in the full training the last 2 weeks, like, but just you can see I was like kicking on Friday there, and I needed the extra touches, like, because I came back in. First session back, I was playing, and then been a few ropey passes the last couple of weeks, and just that sharpness there, like, so just getting that back. But I suppose getting that back over the next 2 weeks in-house game would be good, but then. Even just another 2 weeks training under the belt too, getting the body used to the load again. Hopefully push for some sort of game time if selected.
And then you're on a winning streak now. one win from 2. Kildare won today. I don't know if you heard yet.
6, isn't it?
Yeah. Sligo.
Sligo.
So you've got to be eyeing up, trying to string a few wins together now.
Yeah, 100%. That's like, we want to get out of Division 3, the same as Antrim. So if you lose another game, you're going to be, it's going to be unlikely that you'll probably be in with promotion.
It was sort of the same last year too. Like your 3-4 teams can be
3,
4, 5 teams at stages. Like
depends if 2 teams end up just winning all their games. Do you know what I mean? And only lose to each other. But
just need wins.
You need it's momentum. It is momentum, and that's what we found. Like when we did get promoted 2 years ago, we lost the second game and ended up just winning the whole lot of the rest of the games. So we've already got a defeat on the board. So yeah, it's momentum, to be honest. And like we do have it's a difficult enough run of fixtures. Like after that, it's Offaly and Sligo, so it's not getting any.
You can't be looking after that.
There's no game,
really,
but there's no game in Division 3. Like every year, you say the same thing. But then again, this year it's like even harder again.
Yeah.
With using Kildare coming down, Laois coming up, beat us in the Telstra Cup, like so. Like it's fucking. There's no easy games, like.
Well, that definitely wasn't an easy game for either outfit. It was actually a very good watch. So yeah, it was. Lots of goal scoring opportunities. Nice venue, a bit far out, but happy to be here.
Like Brucesterby's dead at times, and it's just we've played I think maybe 5, 6 more league games here over the last 3 years, and we've only lost 1.
That's where you played down.
Maybe more. Yeah, we beat down here.
But it did look like there was a lot of slipping going on out there.
It's a very slippy pitch. It's not as good a neck as it was 2 years ago.
And you didn't have the Preds on today. You saved them for another day.
And big toes and bits from wearing them.
So we're not getting an Adidas contract for the sponsors next.
I'll take it, my lord.
But if we do have anybody that's interested in sponsoring the podcast, then please get in touch, and we will be back again with the 2 lads in a couple of weeks, and hopefully Antrim will be able to get back to winning ways and Fermanagh can continue on this winning streak. So thanks for sitting down with me, lads, and we'll chat to you soon.
Yup, that stuff. Yup, that. Yup, bro.